Kayla. What's up, Kayla?
Hey, Dr. John, how are you today?
I'm good. How about you?
Not bad. Can't complain.
You could complain, but then you'd be like Kelly all the time. So what's up?
Okay. So my mother-in-law believes in some out there conspiracy theories, and ultimately I'm wanting to foster a good relationship between her and my 4 kids, but also I want to help my husband stand firm with boundaries, and I want to know how I can be good at that role.
What kind of conspiracy theories? Are they the good ones, or are they like way out there good ones?
Yeah, kind of out there. Like everything from flat Earth, no moon landing.
Continue.
But then we get into some that make my heart hurt, like Jewish people are nefariously owning everything, and
that's less of a conspiracy theory, more of just like a bigoted way to see the world.
Yeah, and then there's weird ones like viruses don't exist, and it's hard to have those conversations with her, and because if you disagree with her, she gets really defensive and angry.
Yes. So I have a rule that I only talk to people that when I can only speak when I can be heard.
Sure.
And I joke, like my friend Rachel Cruz here, one of my closest buddies here, she doesn't really believe in the moon landing. She's not a flat earther, but like Bigfoot, like all into these wild things, right? But she's good natured about it, and we laugh about it, and we poke fun at each other. And I think conspiracy theories on the whole are a way that people sometimes try to make sense of a world that feels out of control, right? If every dot is connected behind the curtain, then there's a clockmaker back there somewhere, right? And so it makes people feel good. You're talking about bigotry, and you're talking about like health safety. You're talking about madness.
Yeah.
Right? And an inability to have a conversation about it.
Yeah.
I don't want my kids around that crap.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But I don't want to like withhold them.
She is choosing to have them not around. You're choosing to keep your kids safe. She is choosing to not have her kids around.
Okay.
I mean, it's as simple as that. Like, you wouldn't say, like, I don't want my kids to go out in traffic because, you know what I mean? That, like, just on it doesn't matter what I say next. You just don't want your kids to play in traffic. I don't want my kids around somebody like that. Yeah. And by the way, I have let my kids stay with Rachel Cruz all day long. Right? It's not about some beliefs go too far for me, but it's not about that. It's about being able to have a conversation, being able to laugh, and being able to like, okay, now I'm going to teach you. And does she try to talk to your kids about this stuff?
Mostly my eldest son. He's on the spectrum, and he loves outer space science. And anytime he tries to talk to her about his newest favorite obsession, which has been the Kuiper Belt of all things, she shuts him down. The Kuiper Belt.
Yeah, that's one of Audio Joe's his favorites. He's a huge Kuiper Belt fan. I'm just kidding. I don't know what that is.
But she shuts him down like that's just a lie, that's fake, don't talk about it, and it hurts him when he's trying to have a conversation with his grandma.
Yeah, I hate that for him. Where's your husband in all of this?
Very, very frustrated.
Yeah.
And he's the one who has the harder conversations because I believe that you deal with your people and I'll deal with my people when they're kind of being weird.
I agree with that.
So he's just increasingly frustrated and heartsick about it.
That's it, yeah.
And he works a lot, and he actually works with them because it's a family-run business, and so we're just kind of forced to be in it.
So I'll challenge you on that. At some point, I have chosen over my career to not be around certain people with certain beliefs. I've left.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
And I've chosen other opportunities. And I know that's hard and heart sick. I love that you said that. I mean, he's grieving this thing. He had this picture of how this was all going to work out. He's going to have 4 amazing kids and have an awesome family business and yada, yada, yada. And his mom's increasingly saying wilder and wilder things. And now she's getting into highly offensive, highly illogical, highly unsafe language. And now she's
Yeah.
trying to teach my kids.
Yeah.
Right? So you don't have a choice if you continue to take a paycheck from them,
Mhm.
and they continue to be the boss, then they run your life.
Yeah.
And at some point, he's got to choose. I want peace for my family. I want peace for my home. It's going to cost me something. And that sucks. I hate that. I'm going to grieve it like crazy.
Mhm.
Grieve it like crazy.
Yeah, I think we already kind of sensed that coming.
Yeah. So here's what I would recommend. The earlier y'all can decide to make some hard choices before it turns into a car wreck, you're still going to be stuck in traffic for a while, but at least you're not going to be sitting on the side of the road with car all smashed up.
Yeah.
Just the idea that you would take away space from a 12-year-old on the spectrum it's just almost borderline evil. It's just mean. You know what I mean? It's just mean.
Yeah. Right. It's not helpful or useful. It's just mean.
Well, it's it's an older adult flexing on a kid. Why would you do that?
Yeah.
Why would you do that? Right?
That's a
And
good
so
question.
I don't know, man. I don't have anything nice to say. So my mom told me to just keep my mouth shut, but yeah, I mean, you and your husband got to sit down and make some hard calls. If it's my house and my mom was saying nonsense stuff like that, I'd be looking, and I worked for a family business, I'd be looking for work elsewhere. That's just what I would do in my house.
Mhm.
And I would be pretty clear with my mom and my dad. If you're going to make these statements, these generalized statements about entire races and groups of people or religious groups, or if you're going to completely deny any sort of scientific reality, I can't have my kids stay with you. I can't have my kids around you. If you're going to talk this way, they can't be here.
Yeah.
And your your in-laws, they get to make the final choice as to whether your kids are over there or not, and they have a relationship with them. And if they choose their theories and their nonsense and their joy busting and their bigotry over having a relationship with their kids, that's a heartbreaking choice that y'all are going to have to grieve. It sucks.
Yeah.
But it's reality.
Yeah. I get it.
And there's too many people. There's too many awesome people at your local church. There's too many awesome older folks. My son does this thing with, I don't know how it works through a school, but they do something with old folks home. Like, there's some amazing people that would talk to your son till the cows come home about the whatever Orion's belt thing that you talked about. Like, they would just let him talk about science and run with it. And make eye contact and be engaged, right? And that's what that kid deserves and needs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And we do go to a local church here, and he does have that
That's
with
so
some
amazing. Awesome.
older people.
Invite them over to your house for a meal. Invite them over. Let them see what that looks like. And I know it's heartbreaking, but invite them over. And at some point, hopefully sooner rather than later, your husband's got to make a hard call, hard decision. And yes, I agree with you. That's his call to make. Those are his parents. That's his call to make. And good on him. We've had multiple calls over the years on this show where husbands are too cowardly to address their own moms, and so their wives have to take it on, and it becomes a disaster. But yeah, you're going to have to make some pretty significant life changes, and I hate that for you. But bigotry's got no place in my house. It just doesn't. Everybody's welcome at the Delony house. That's how it's going to be. And I might make mistakes going full steam ahead, but I'm going to make mistakes when it comes to health and safety. Not listening to some Yahoo on a YouTube channel that's got 12 followers who's in the trunk of his car somewhere in the Mojave Desert telling us things that we really know. Right? I'm just not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. And here's the deal. If I find out when I'm 85 that all of this space was faked, what if it was all faked? None of it's real. None of it's real. NASA's a huge front for a weapons system that's going to bring the one world government, whatever, and bring Bigfoot back to life so we can ride on a sloth or, I don't know, not a sloth. What are those big elephant things? Mr. Snuffleupagus. What were those things?
Like woolly mammoths?
Woolly mammoth, not a sloth. A woolly mammoth. I don't know. I'm just trying to, you know what? I'll go like, man, missed that one when I'm 80. I'm not going to live my life like that every day. I got a couple little kids that I love too much, and I want their imaginations to absolutely stone run wild. Whew. Man, people need to get off the internet unless you're listening to this show. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Kayla.